In this part of the test, you will give your opinion about a specific topic.
If you purchased a car, which would you consider more important? Customer reviews or a recommendation from a sales representative? Give reasons or examples to support your opinion. Begin preparing now.
If I purchase a car, I will consider customer reviews the most because first, customer reviews show the car quality because I want to avoid customer reviews quality.
Begin speaking now.
If I purchase a car, the most important consideration is customer reviews. First, customer reviews show the car quality because they are based on real experiences, allowing me to understand how others feel about the car. Second, reviewers aren't sellers, so their opinions are very trustworthy. So I can purchase a car that I really that's suitable for me and the quality is the best. I believe that.
What are the advantages of living in a small town? Give reasons or examples to support your opinion. Begin preparing now.
Living in a small town is much lower. The cost of living is much lower. Housing, food, and daily expenses are more affordable than big cities. This allows me to save money and enjoy the better quality of life without financial stress. Second, I value a relaxed environment. Small towns offer a slower pace of life with less congestion.
Begin speaking now.
There are several advantages of living in a small town. First, the cost of living in a small town is much lower. Housing, food, and daily expenses are more affordable than in big cities. This allows me to save more money and enjoy the better quality of life without financial stress. Second, all small towns offer a better work-life balance. There is less stress and you have more time for hobbies and family. For example, my uncle used to work in a big city for many years. He had a very long commute and barely had time for his family, so that I don't like.
Do you think high school teachers should be strict with classroom rules? Why or why not? Give specific reasons or examples to support your opinion. Begin preparing now.
I think in high school teachers should not be strict in classroom rules. First, stricting with classrooms made student very gì nhỉ? Sợ hãi là gì nhỉ? Sợ hãi là gì nhỉ?
Begin speaking now.
I think high school teachers should not be strict with classroom rules because very sticking with classroom rules makes students very afraid and serious and worry about and they are didn't insuring they are not insuring with the class. I think teachers should have a sense of humor. Mình nói cái gì nhỉ? If teachers very strictive, the student don't want to learn.
What is the one thing a company can do to help workers balance their personal and professional lives? Give reasons or examples to support your opinion. Begin preparing now.
I think flexibility. I think
Begin speaking now.
One thing a company can do to help workers balance their personal and professional lives is operating with flexible working hours. First, flexible working hours is increased employee satisfaction and productivity. When people have the freedom to choose when they work and they can just adjust their schedules to match their professional energy levels and life responsibilities. Additionally, flexibility helps employees manage their work-life balance better, leading to lower stress and higher motivation. Happier employees are often more engaged and loyal to their companies.
Which do you think influences one's happiness more? Doing volunteer work or having an enjoyable job?
Begin preparing now.
I think I think cái này là cái gì đây? Which do you think? I think doing volunteer work influences one's happiness more because volunteering helps people develop a sense of social responsibility. It teaches them to care about others. For example, last year my class volunteered at
Begin speaking now.
I think doing volunteer work influences one's happiness more. First of all, volunteering helps people develop a sense of social responsibility. It teaches them to care about others. For example, last year I volunteered at a local nursing home. Before going, I didn't think much about the lives of the elderly people. We spent a day talking to them and listened to their stories. It was a very simple activity. As a result, I learned so much from them and felt very grateful. I understood the importance of compassion. That's why I believe doing volunteer work is the best for developing empathy. Rồi ôi sai thế. If I were to purchase a car, customer reviews would be more important to me. I would consider customer reviews would be more important to me. First, customer reviews show the car quality because give real insights into car quality. Insights car quality based on actual user experiences, which helps me understand what to expect. 2. Second, quality. Reviewers aren't sellers. So their opinions are very trustworthy. This way, I can choose a car that's truly right for me. I believe that good reviews means good quality. In that case, I would consider customer reviews more important. First, is based on their actual experience. Unlike sales representatives, customers are not trying to sell anything, so they provide honest opinions about both the pros and cons of a car. the pros and cons of a car, including any defects. This helps me determine which car could be the best one for me. Car would be the best one for me. Word. Second, customer reviews are easily accessible anytime and anywhere. I can find tons of reviews on the internet website whenever I want. This saves time because I don't need to visit the store to get a recommendation. For these reasons, I would consider customer reviews more important. Customer reviews would be more important to me. In that case, I would consider customer reviews more important. First, it is based on their actual experience. Unlike sales representatives, customers are not trying to sell anything, so they provide honest opinions about both the pros and cons of the car, including any defects. This helps me determine which car would be the best one for me. I can find tons of reviews on the website whenever I want. This saves time because I don't need to visit the store to get a recommendation. For these reasons, customer reviews would be more important to me. There are several advantages of living in a small town. First of all, the cost of living in a small town is much lower. Housing, food, and daily expenses are more affordable than in big cities. This allows me to save more money and enjoy the better quality of life without financial stress. Second, small towns offer a better work-life balance. There is less stress and you have more time for hobbies and family. hobbies. For example, my uncle moved from a big city to a small town, and now he has more time for his family. Second, small towns offer a slower pace of life with less congestion, noise, and pollution. This allows me to reduce stress, focus better on my work, and maintain the healthy work-life balance. These are the reasons why I prefer living in a small town. There are some advantages of living in a small town. First, it is more affordable. The cost of housing and everyday expenses is usually lower than in a large cities. This allows me to save more money and enjoy a better quality of life without financial stress. Second, small towns have fewer crowds and less traffic. Crowds. This means I can save time on commuting, especially during rush hours. Especially during rush hours, and enjoy a quieter, more relaxed environment. As a result, daily life becomes easier and more enjoyable. These are the advantages of living in a small town. There are some advantages of living in a small town. First, it is more affordable. The cost of housing and every expenses is usually lower than in large cities. This allows me to save more money and enjoy a better saves more, save, a better quality of life without financial stress. Second, small towns have fewer crowds and less traffic. This means I can save time on commuting, especially during rush hours, and enjoy a quieter, more relaxed environment. Quieter, quieter. Quiet. 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 As a result, daily life becomes easier and more enjoyable. These are the advantages of living in a small town. I believe high school teachers should not be too strict with classroom rules. Being overly strict can make students feel anxious and uncomfortable. Answers. Answers. Answers.
Anxious.
Anxious. Anxious. Anxious. Anxious. Anxious. Anxious. Answers. 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 Short. Answer. Answers. Answers. Uncomfortable, which might affect their learning experience. Instead, teachers should balance discipline with a sense of humor to create a positive classroom environment. Create. 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 Instead, teachers should balance discipline. Should. Instead. Instead, teachers should balance discipline, should This approach can encourage students to participate more actively and feel more relaxed. I think high school teachers should be strict with classroom rules. Strict rules. First, a strict teacher helps keep the class well organized and under control. A strict teacher A strict teacher A strict teacher Strict helps keep helps keep They create serious learning environment that encourages students to focus and study hard. Otherwise, the class could become noisy and distracting. Second, strict rules help students develop self-discipline. They learn to follow rules and control their actions. This prepares them to be responsible and successful in the future. For these reasons, I think high school teachers should be strict with classroom rules. I think high school teachers should be strict with classroom rules. Rules. First, a strict teacher helps keep the class well organized and under control. They create serious learning environment that encourages students to focus and study hard. Otherwise, the class could become noisy and distracting. Second, strict rules help students develop self-discipline. They learn to follow rules and control their actions. This prepares them to be responsible and successful in the future. For these reasons, I think High school teachers should be strict with classroom rules. One thing a company can do to help workers balance their professional personal and professional lives is to offer flexible working hours. This allows employees to choose when they work, which can lead to increased satisfaction and productivity. For example, people can adjust their schedules to match their personal responsibilities and energy levels. Additionally, flexibility helps employees manage stress better, leading to higher motivation and loyalty. Overall, happier employees are more engaged and committed to their work. I think a company can help workers balance their personal and professional lives by offering flexible work hours. Flexible work hours. First, flexible hours help employees manage their time better. They can adjust their schedules to handle personal tasks, such as picking up their children or attending important appointments. Appointments. This reduces stress and improves their well-being. Reduces Second, it increases productivity. Employees can work when they feel most focused and energized. As a result, They complete tasks more efficiently and perform better at work. For these reasons, I believe flexible work hours are the best way for a company to support work-life balance. I think a company can help workers balance their personal and professional lives by offering flexible working hours. First, flexible hours help employees manage their time better. They can adjust their schedules to handle personal tasks such as picking up their children or attending important appointments. This reduces stress and improves their well-being. Second, it increases productivity. Employees can work when they feel most focused and energized. As a result, they complete tasks more efficiently and perform better at work. They complete tasks more efficiently and perform better at work. For these reasons, I believe flexible work hours are the best way for a company to support work-life balance. Can I believe that doing volunteer work has a greater influence on one's happiness. Volunteering. First of all, volunteering helps people develop a sense of social responsibility. And teaches them to care about others. For example, last year, I volunteered at a local nursing home. Before going, I didn't think much about the lives of the elderly people. We spent a day talking to them and listening to their stories. It was a very simple activity. As a result, I learned so much from them and felt very grateful. Spending a day talking to them and listening to their stories was simple but very meaningful. A lot. A lot. I understood the importance of compassion. That's why I believe volunteering is best for developing empathy and happiness. I think having an enjoyable job influences one's happiness more. First, it improves quality of life by enhancing mental well-being. People spend more than 40 hours per week at work, which is a huge portion of their life. Considering this, if they love their job, they will maintain a positive mindset and reduces stress. Mindsets. Second, people are more engaged when they do something they love. This leads to better performance and greater achievements. This leads to greater as a result, they gain more recognition. Recognition and respect at work, which boosts their happiness. For these reasons, having an enjoyable job will influence more to one's happiness. Nó xuống chưa? Chưa xuống đúng không? Chị thả mấy lần rồi đấy. I think having an enjoyable job influences one's happiness more. And first, it improves quality of life by enhancing mental well-being. People spend more than 40 hours per week at work, which is a huge portion of their life. Which is a huge portion of their life. Huge, 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 huge. Huge, which is a huge portion of their life. People are considering this. If they love their job, they will maintain a positive mindset and reduces stress. Second, people are more engaged when they do something they love. This leads to better performance and greater achievements. As a result, they gain more recognition and respect at work, which boosts their happiness. More for this reason, having an enjoyable job will influence more to one's happiness.
In this part of the test, if the wages were the same, which would you prefer? Working at a small company or working at a large company, and why? Give reasons or examples to support your opinion.
Begin preparing now.
Large company. Big city. If the wages were the same, I would prefer working at a large company. First, large company allows me to learn more because I can meet and make many professional and talent people, so that I can therefore I can learn so much about them and gain a lot of experience. Second, a large company offer better quality, a better salary. Phúc lợi tiếng Anh là gì nhỉ? Package.
What are the
Packages.
advantages of working completely electronically?
Hoàn toàn electronically. Remote. I think most of all, the key advantage of working completely electronically is convenient. There are several advantages of working completely electronically. Most of all, it's very convenient because Technology makes it very easy to work from anywhere. For example, during the pandemic, my company allowed us to work remotely. At first, to work remotely on and online. At first, the managers worried that productivity would decrease. However, we could still collaborate effectively with online tools like Zoom. As a result, our productivity even went up. So the company.
Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? The most important subject to learn for high school students is science.
Begin preparing now.
Science. History. Yes, I think the most important subject is the most important because it
Begin speaking now.
I think the most I agree with that statement because the science allows student to learn more learn academically and they can it will help them in the future job because gì này không biết đọc cái nào cứu tôi.
Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? The most important subject to learn for high school students is science.
Begin preparing now.
Academic scores required to rate. Oh, okay.
Begin speaking now.
I completely agree that the most important subject to learn for high school students is science because science provides students with a lot of academic knowledge, so it can help students in the future. They can enhance student solve problem solving and khả năng tư duy là gì nhỉ? Khả năng tư duy and thinking better.
Do you think every child should learn a foreign language?
Begin preparing now.
Foreign. I think every child should learn a foreign language because first is because it's very important for them.
Begin speaking now.
I think every child should learn a foreign language because of several reasons. First, it helps them communicate with people from other countries, which is very useful in today's global world. For example, English is used everywhere at school, at work, and even when traveling. Second, learning a new language can improve children's memory and thinking skills. Language gives children more opportunities in the future, such as studying abroad or finding a good jobs. That's why I think children should learn a foreign language.
While others strongly insist that the famous athletes can't be good role models for children, some people argue they can. Which perspective do you agree with, and why? Give reasons or examples to support your opinion.
Begin preparing now.
Athletes can be good role models to children.
Begin speaking now.
I think famous athletes can be a good role models for children because they are best in their area. I exercise more and they can inspire children to exercise and be healthier. Athletes eat very healthy, so they can also can inspire children to eat healthier. Không biết trả lời cái gì. If the wages were the same, wages, wages. I would prefer I would prefer working at a large company. Word. At a large company. A large. 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 A large company. A large company. At a large company. Large. 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 Okay. Large. At a large company. Large. Large. First. Large companies usually. Large companies usually have more resources and diverse projects, which can help me learn and grow professionally. Also, I can meet and collaborate with experts in different fields, gaining valuable insights and experience. Insights. In addition, large company often offer more opportunities for career advancement. So, overall, working at a large company seems more beneficial for me. If the wages were the same, I would prefer to work at a small company. I would prefer to work at a small company. I would prefer to work at a I would prefer to work at a small company. I have several reasons for this. First, I can take on more roles and responsibilities. Roles and responsibilities. For example, a small company has fewer departments and employees, so I can handle a wider range of tasks. This helps me develop a variety of skills and growth professionally. Second, I can build stronger relationships with colleagues, 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 and leader, colleagues. I can interact directly with managers and even business owners. This will give me the opportunity this to learn a lot from experienced workers. For these reasons, I would prefer to work at a small company. I would prefer If the wages were the same, I would prefer to work at a small company. I have several reasons for this. First, I can take on more roles and responsibilities. For example, a small company has fewer departments and employees, so I can handle a wider range of tasks. This helps me develop a variety of skills and grow professionally. Second, I can build stronger relationships with colleagues and leaders. I can interact directly with managers and even business owners. This will give me the opportunity to learn a lot of This will give me the opportunity to learn a lot from experienced workers. For example, for this reason, I would prefer to work at a small company. These There are several advantages of working completely and electronically.
What are the advantages of working completely electronically?
Electronically. Most of all, it's very convenient. It's very convenient because technology allows us to work from anywhere. For instance, during the pandemic, my company allowed us to work remotely using online tools like Zoom, online. Initially, managers worried about productivity, but it actually increased as we collaborated effectively. but it. There are some advantages of working completely electronically. First, it improves the efficiency of document management. Digital documents can be easily organized and indexed, making it faster to find information. 8. Additionally, sensitive data can be protected from unauthorized unauthorized changes. Second, it helps reduce costs spent on printing and storing documents. Companies can save money on paper, filing cabinets, filing cabinets, and printing ink. Therefore, working electronically is more cost-effective. Working cost-effective. These are the advantages of working completely electronically. There are several advantages of working completely electronically. Most of all, it's very convenient because technology allows us to work from anywhere. For instance, during the pandemic, my company allowed us to work from remotely using online tools like Zoom. Initially, managers worried about productivity, but It actually increased as we collaborated effectively. There are some advantages of working completely electronically. First, it improves the efficiency of document management. Digital documents can be easily organized and indexed, making it faster to find information. Additionally, sensitive data can be protected from unauthorized, 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 unauthorized changes. From unauthorized changes. Second, it helps reduce costs spent on printing and storing documents. Companies can save money on paper, filing cabinets, and print ink. Therefore, working electronically is more cost-effective. These are the advantages of working completely electronically. I think every child should learn a foreign language. Because of several reasons. First, it helps them communicate with people from other countries, which is very useful in today's global world. For example, English is used everywhere at school, at work, and even when traveling. Second, learning a new language can improve children's memory and thinking skills. Language gives children more opportunities in the future. Language opens up more opportunities in the future. Gives children more opportunities in the future, such as studying abroad or finding a good job. That's why I think children should learn a foreign language. Opportunities. I think every child should learn a foreign language. Foreign. First, learning a foreign language helps children develop better cognitive Cognitive. Skills. Studies. Studies shown that shown that shown that shown that bilingual children bilingual children bilingual children bilingual children have better memory, problem-solving abilities, have better memory, problem-solving abilities, and critical thinking skills. These benefits can help them both in school and in everyday life. Benefits. Second, knowing a foreign language. Foreign opens more job opportunities. Many global companies need people who speak different languages. This skill can help find better work and grow in a career. Skill. Find. For these reasons, I think every child should learn a foreign language. I think every child should learn a foreign language. First, learning a foreign language helps children develop better cognitive skills. Studies show that bilingual students have better memory, problem-solving abilities, and critical thinking skills. These benefits can help them both in school and in everyday life. Second, knowing a foreign language opens more job opportunities. Many global companies need people who speak different languages. This skill can help find better work and grow in a career. For this reason, I think every child should learn a foreign language. Okay. I agree that science is the most important subject for high school students. It gives them essential knowledge and skills like problem solving and critical thinking. These skills are useful for their future careers and everyday life. I agree that the most important subject to learn for high school students is science. First, science is essential. Science is essential for understanding the modern world. Modern world. It helps learn, explain the advancement of technology and global issues. So students become more informed and contribute to the improvement of society. Society. Second, science is vital. Science is vital. Vital for many future career paths. Many jobs in fields like medicine, engineering, and research require a lot strong foundation in science. Learning science in high school helps students prepare themselves for these careers and increase their opportunities for success. For these reasons, I agree that the most subjects to learn for high school students is science. I agree that the most important subject to learn for high school students is science. First, science is essential for understanding the modern world. It helps explain the advancement of technology and global issues. This helps explain the advancement of technology and global issues, so students become more informed and contribute to the improvement of society. Second, science is vital for many future career paths. Many jobs in fields like medicine and engineering and research require strong foundation in science. Learning science in high school helps students prepare themselves for these careers and increase their opportunities for success. I believe famous athletes can be great role models for children because they excel in their field. They often exercise a lot. Often which can inspire kids to stay active and healthy. Can inspire Additionally, athletes usually follow a healthy diet. Encouraging children to eat well too. Overall, they can motivate kids to lead healthier styles. Motivate. I believe that famous athletes can be good role models for children. First, children can learn valuable lessons from their success. Famous athletes achieve their fame and popularity through hard work and endless effort. Endless efforts. Their success teaches students Their success teaches their success teaches children their success teaches children the importance of effort and determination in reaching their goals. Determination. Second, many athletes inspire children through their charity work. For example, there are many well-known athletes who donate to charities or volunteer to help people in need. Who donate to charities These acts of kindness set a positive example for young kids to follow. For these reasons, I agree that famous athletes can make good role models for children. Make good I believe that famous athletes can be good role models for children. First, children can learn valuable lessons from their success. Famous athletes achieve their fame and popularity through hard work and endless effort. Their success teaches children the importance of effort and determination in reaching their goals. Second, many of athletes inspire children through their charity work. For example, there are many well-known athletes who donate to charities or volunteer to help people in need. These acts of kindness set a positive example for young kids to follow. For these reasons, I agree that famous athletes can make good role models for children.